stars don't see, where breath is still, yet minds run free. Ash drifts slow with ghostly will. The moon's reflection drinks its fill. From rivers black and forests bare, the dead walk slow with living stare. These are the Deadlands, cursed yet wise, where truth walks cloaked in death's disguise. The laws of life are left behind, but there's a soul in every spine. Here we march through rot and bone to mend the seeds that we have sown, to cure, to grieve, to understand, to learn, to reconcile in the Deadlands. They speak in echoes, calm and low, of memories buried long ago. Not monsters, no, but mournful kin, trapped in the stillness of their skin. They build their towns of twisted grace, with silent hymns and hollow face. Not evil bred, but purpose born, from bloodless dust to endless morn. The raven circles dark and wide, with judgment burning in her glide. She sees their sorrow, hears the plea, and folds the wings of death in peace. These are the Deadlands, veiled in dusk, with rusted crowns and vows of trust. The heroes come with blade and blade to end, or let the damned be free. To light the dark or let it stand, the choice now lies in mortal hand. To right the wrong or take its brand.
All right, here we go, starting with what is likely the long-awaited Deadlands. Let's see how everything goes, but starting,
Is it disease or is it fate?
let's see, let's work within Isira are you've been summoned back to the House of the Working Mother, where eagerly awaiting you is the one you talked to before, the one that had been shown a purpose after you decide, and had gotten a and in here is the person you talked to back at the Raven Queen's temple as well. They decided to meet here because she is a little better. She is a little more comfortable here. As you see that she has much of her what seems to be like a large pack and things, as well as a ramped artifact. That seems to be kind of like circular, more or less, that she holds. She greets you all. Go, well, it's been a while, and man, you all made a splash in the Titans colon there.
Is that where we ended up setting up? I need to take a visit, I guess.
She's like, yeah, I think they had a hard time filling that, but I mean, hey, if you're going to be a filler, be a colon filler, right?
That is a saying they say pretty often in Vasselheim.
I guess it kind of makes sense that if we're gonna fill a void, it'll be in the stomach area because we do serve food and drink.
I mean, coffee just goes right through you sometimes.
True. I had to stop drinking that, but now I need to drink coffee.
So you have the artifact for us.
Goes, oh, indeed. Goes, do all of you want to destroy my thing of study? But while I have it, I think you should let me come.
But
You want to come to the Deadlands with us?
Mhm.
I mean, okay. How capable are you in defending yourself if we get into a scrap, if anything does throw down?
I mean, that's why I'm coming with all of you, right?
True.
Are we all here?
Yeah.
Who's this person? And what are they talking about?
I feel like Mars would have filled you guys in. This is Sister Threnna Valshade from the Raven's Crest. Warden and I spoke to her about our eventual trip to the Deadlands. She's somewhat of an expert within the matron's halls on the Deadlands and everything that's going on within there. We were able to share what we learned from the Verstiglad with her. And I mean, I'd be up for you coming with us, sister.
A follower of the Matron of Ravens. And an anti-undead, supposedly, artifact from Raven's Quest.
Oh yeah, this will just squash undead. Boom.
You all hearing your heads? Good lord of the infernal, does no one see a problem with that?
No. I do. I'm being polite. She brought us an artifact. And if she wants to come along to study firsthand what she's been studying from afar, I think this would be also a gesture of goodwill to a potential ally.
What does she look like? Like, does she look hardy? Does she look like she can take care of herself at all?
Not at all. She looks very slight, like she spent all of her days in a room studying. She's got like ink stains on her fingertips, extremely pale skin, and wears like some tight fitting robes, but definitely does not look like she's been out in the wild ever in her life.
I'm just seeing
you can see
an
it.
art student. Cool.
In your head, you're gonna hear. She looks even less worldly than I did when I first fell on you all, and I don't know that I want to be responsible for the death of another. What is she? Drow? Human? Elf?
Human.
Human?
Untimely death, yes, that can be arranged.
Let's. How am I the voice of reason right now? Let's not kill or let her get killed.
But question, Mars, this whole artifact thing, what are we planning to do here? Because we're planning to go try to make arrangements to let the Deadlands live.
That's what she wants.
That is what she wants.
Well, yeah, you bring that artifact.
And I'm somewhat on the fence about this right now, but I'm gonna wait to see what happens in case we actually need it.
Okay.
I wanted and kind of still want to see if there's a possible cure for the Deadlands because it grew out of Zadash and it's contained right now. Ideally, I could see if like we can stop the growth, but like break down that border because the borders will keep all the denizens within. But if worst comes to worst, and we need the artifact, I'd honestly now rather have it and not need it than need it and not have it.
The artifact is just meant for her to study why there's certain undead that
Get back up after they die.
and like I think they retain some semblance of themselves, right?
I mean,
Am I making that up?
Well, Warden, right before you joined us in the sanctum, we came across a horde of the undead in their little tent city, and they charged us. We absolutely demolished them, except for the leader. We spoke to the leader. He helped us find the god with no name. And after we came to an agreement, leader just said, "Hey, all you can just get up," and they all got up and just went back to how they were.
Hmm.
I think what I'm trying to get across is like they can be put down, but they will just get back up.
Okay.
Shiny's gonna walk around this lady and be like, "So, if you want to come with us, it can be pretty dangerous. What can you do? Can you cast magic? Can you fight?" And he's gonna like box the air, like as if he's some kind of fighter, but we all know he's not, and he has no form whatsoever.
She just kind of sort of looks at you like, yeah, I know certain prayers.
Okay.
Rares.
I'm all for bringing you to the Deadlands. I see this as a way to bridge our common interest and quasi common goal. But I don't think my vote's all that's for. My vote doesn't speak for the rest of the Rosgard. I'm on your side. I want you to come with. So you can study this up close, but I also do want to make sure you're safe and not in harm's way.
Well, what? You're a follower of the Raven Queen?
I mean, yeah.
So, but I thought her whole deal was she hates the undead and their abominations. So why are you so interested and want them to stay alive?
Oh yeah, it's a hardline position, but I mean, I'm more of like interested in why something is rather than like to get rid of it.
I think we'll get along just fine. See?
If Laren's good with it, then I'm certainly good with it.
Curiosity over faith. Yes, that's the spirit.
I mean,
I mean, there's a reason why I was in the basement.
Oh well.
You'd actually like her office. No windows. Not even a bed.
I think we're going to be friends.
If you feel weird about that, that's the appropriate response.
Yeah, her smile kills.
I mean, I get it. But you know, I think it's all good. So, like, I don't have a problem. At this point, I think because I don't know, does Laren have her? Because she's in Vasselheim, so she does. She always has her spell up in Vasselheim. I'm sure.
Yeah.
So yeah.
I think it's settled. You'll be coming with us.
Oh, excellent. She goes, yeah. So this is known as the Ravens tier, and essentially, as long as it was so interesting, anything that I guess you could say have don't have a will of their own, any sentient thing should find themselves immediately destroyed by this. I would see. I've deemed when I studied it, I deemed it the programmed undead.
Oh, it's a good thing Dolus is in here.
What?
So when you activate this thing, is there a direction in which you aim it? Is that how it works?
Oh no! It like lights up real bright, and everything in the area that would be part of the programmed undead would you go pop?
What about the unprogrammed undead?
Well, so that's what we'll find out.
Oh well. You see, this is a very powerful artifact, and I would advise using it sparingly, like a final secret weapon. You know.
Can I hold it?
This kind of looks. You can, but don't unwrap it. Okay.
Yeah.
If we unwrap it, does it activate?
No, they just know that I took it from the vault.
Oh.
Thievery. Nice.
So the other reason I kind of want to come with you, because
Okay, yeah. Hot trail.
So we should probably get out of here before they find out?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, technically they can't come in here, but if we leave that door, then that could be a problem.
Well, then let's leave this place without leaving that door.
Anyone got teleport today?
Where are we trying to get to? What's a reasonable location to get to?
Do we want to get instantly into the Verstiglad or into the Deadlands itself, or do we want to pop up over by the border?
Yeah, so you would know that the teleportation directly into the Deadlands is not typically possible.
Okay.
But
What
the
about teleport? Yeah, the Verstiglad.
Vertical, we kind of destroyed the ward, right?
Yeah.
Okay. I could take
First
us.
Glad wasn't technically Deadlands. It was like a separate.
God. Okay.
It was separately warded more by Vecna than the
Yeah.
ward that Azrael and Amnon did. In other words, Vertical existed way before the Deadlands existed. So they're different type of magics,
Copy.
even though similar effects.
So I guess towards the Verstiglad. I don't know if we want to pop up right in the Sanctum, or maybe we can pop up nearby.
Well, I mean, with teleport, we've only been there once. Did you grab anything, Laren?
I have the book.
Hopefully that counts.
We got it there. We got Warden there too.
I don't think that's how that works.
Yeah, fair.
Well, Lauren will
Does
hold
she
out.
hand Shiny the artifact?
Yeah.
Okay. He's just gonna hold on to it.
Yeah, Lauren will hold out the book for Naomiya to use as an object for teleportation.
Oh, am I teleporting us?
Oh, I thought you
Yeah.
could teleport with stuff. If not, I could teleport as well.
If you give me an hour, I can teleport us.
Oh, well.
Boom, we're gone. We teleport.
So would you teleport them to?
The Verstiglad, where we back to pretty much the place we got the book from.
Okay. Perfect. So then with a rather interesting pop, because you have associated object, you go from the rather cold air to very humid and the smell of rot. And are you taking your friend here?
Yes.
Oh man, I so just wanted to leave her out.
I mean, you could.
Oh, I know I could. Trust me, I control the spell. But no, Naomi took her. She thought about it for a minute. She definitely thought about it.
So, and deep within the whispered halls, you find yourselves still in this unfamiliar place. So much of the protective magic's gone. Where the now kind of rotting heart sits. What would you like to do?
Can I unwrap this thing now?
I mean, it's kind of from what I understand, it triggers like a direct divination from the head priestess.
Funny.
Shiny, do you know what it will look like if you unwrap this thing right here?
No, that's why I want to know. I want to open it because I want to see what it looks like.
No, I do not mean physically look like. You travel with undead. You're within the Whispers One's halls, and you unwrap an artifact stolen from the Raven Queen's vault.
He's gonna wave it around at like not like at Laren, but like in front of Laren, and be like, "What's the matter? Are you scared? Is the scary lady scared?"
I will banish you.
We'll just shove it in his backpack. Just remember that next time you try to possess me, I have this thing.
She looks, goes, wait a minute. Oh, is one of you undead?
Yes.
Oh, which one?
Can you
Is it
guess?
you? She looks at Laren like, is it you?
Keep guessing.
Oh, I don't know.
Actually, it's me.
I'm on my second body.
No,
Okay.
just kidding.
Oh, okay. I mean, it's fine. I was just curious.
No, I really was at one point undead. I was reborn. I actually like got my throat slit and died, and came back in a new body. And then magic made me into a new body.
Well, that's
Weird.
fun.
Yeah.
I died, but I had a wish. So
I mean, that's not what I'm talking about. I mean, you talked about the undead. That's why I was sort of curious.
Yeah.
I mean,
I was eaten by an evil goddess, and then my body was reconstituted.
Yeah, he's on the second body too.
Well, technically, is it my first body still? Like,
So not any of you three. And it looks back to...
You think it's the Paladin of Cord?
No, this leads me back to the one that brought it up.
Yes. You travel with undead. Ask all the questions you want.
I mean, oh. Nope. I just... Here, let me see here. You just get your own notebook. I'll make my observations.
I like this one. Should we set out?
Laren, you could use her like as your next autobiography. She could tell your story. We could sell it.
Selling one story all over the continent? No, I think not.
Shiny's gonna look over this lady's shoulder. Actually pulls out her journal. Oh no, dour is spelled D-O-U-R.
Oh, thanks.
I am with Shiny. I want to kind of open this thing up. So I want to get out of affecting this halls first, and then open it up. That's fine with me.
While we walk, I can identify it. I can still do that.
How can you walk and do that, right, Mars? It's normally a ritual spell. You have to sit down and actually pull out components.
Well, I mean, I have the.
I know.
Really,
But you still have to sit down for a second or play.
I mean, I would just, we want to be a little careful. If they know that, once they know where we are, things can get hairy.
All right. So as soon as we open it, the high priestess knows that we have it and where we are.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I actually identify without material components.
I still think it takes a minute to cast.
Yeah.
It does. So let's make a. Ooh, do I have that prepared today? Aaron, do you have the happen to have Sanctum prepared? Or no, we're not going to be found out. Nylumia grips her staff. We can't be detected when everybody's within the range of me or scryed upon.
Yeah, but she might still know that it's Goman. And then she might know our friend here is missing.
Well, that's her fault.
Yeah, tied to security. If she can break into the Raven Queen's vault and steal an artifact, she's got more skill than we honestly think.
Well, I mean, it helps when the High Priestess is your mother, and you threaten.
You'll be.
Oh, you're just rebelling against mom. Welcome to adventuring.
You're gonna be.
That's what I'm doing.
You're gonna be in more trouble for leaving than you are taking that thing. You're fine.
So you're born into this?
Yeah.
Cool.
Oh, I can't imagine being born to the service of a goddess who so was. Well, I feel deeply sorry for you.
Yeah, you're going to be in so much trouble. One time when I took something from my brother's room, he hung me from a tree upside down for 13 days.
This one time I stole from the summer court and Baba Yaga found me and wiped my memories and put a Fey vestment on my ribcage. And just banished me from the Feywild. I'm still scared of them.
I just got my ass beat. What the hell is that?
Yeah, Feywild don't fuck around. Especially Baba Yaga. Or John Wick. Anyways, should I identify it, or are we just gonna take the cover off?
Let's identify it.
Okay. So then, Mars will just take the artifact from Shiny and spend the 1 minute to use Mystic Conflux and identify the artifact.
Okay. So upon identifying, this is ultimately an artifact. Therefore, it does have detrimental and positive abilities that are associated.
Okay.
All those things which would cause potential issues. And thusly, but ultimately, its main ability is a 300-foot radius where undead with intelligence of 10 or lower and under 150 HP are instantly destroyed.
Is it just like a shield or?
Well, so you didn't really open it, so it's
Okay.
just sort of this thing. But it looks like more it might be like an amulet or
Gotcha.
holy symbol, more or less. Is its ultimate ability, and then other undead essentially take their they take their intelligence essentially minus 20 and take that many d12s of radiant.
Their intelligence minus 20.
So 20 minus their intelligence is probably the better way to say what I'm trying to say.
Okay. To identify, can I tell if it requires attunement?
Yeah, it does.
Does it specify like who can attune to it?
It is cleric or paladin.
And does it have like charges, and if so, how many?
It can be used once per long rest.
So it makes the dumb undead explode. So it's like a ghost burst. Like it bursts up. It bursts ghosts.
It's
and
an
stuff,
undead
right? So
nuke.
it's a ghost burster.
It's an undead nuke. It doesn't just make ghosts burst. It makes anything undead blow up.
I do feel like Shiny is heavily biased against ghosts for some reason. I can't tell.
I don't know why either. It's not like he got possessed.
Did
You're
you
warded.
possess Shiny at some point?
Did I? I don't recall.
That the short time I've known you, that when you say something like that, I typically think that means a yes.
Good guess.
You're warded. I know
Yes.
you're a paladin of Cord, but this is right up your alley.
So it seems. I don't.
And you are the only one here who can attune to it. Aside from the sister here.
I don't know if she's actually a cleric. But yeah, I will take it and use it if we want to get out of the temple first, so I don't piss off the leader
Yeah, I
of
mean,
the
like-
Raven's temple.
I guess not right now attuned to it because we're in the Vecna Sanctum, but once we're feeling clear of the Sanctum, then yeah, pass it over. We'll sauce you the rock.
Yeah.
What do you mean?
Just
I
be
feel-
careful around Laren. You don't want to have her premature ghost bursting.
You don't have much confidence in my intelligence, do you?
So, oh, you a ghost?
Mhm.
Interesting.
I'm gonna put the amulet back in Shiny's bag.
No, pale is spelled Pallid. Pallid.
Isn't that a substrate of elf? Never mind. I'll take once we get out, then I'll pass the amulet back to Warden. But for now, I think it's just gonna stay in Shiny's bag of holding.
That works.
And I can take point getting us out of here as well. Leading the way out.
All right, very good.
So what do we call you?
Did you get my name already?
Um,
The stuff channel.
No, but it seems like a very formal name. Like, do you have like a nickname?
My nickname? Is that the type of terms we're on? Are we on nickname terms?
I mean, we can be friends. I think you're kind of cool. I shared a lot of what we learned. I think you're cool.
She kind of thinks about it a little bit.
I just mean, like, do you want us to call you Sister Threnna, or should we call you Sister Valshade, or should we just call you Threnna?
Or Val.
Friend. Sis.
Look, you can call me Thren. I'll go with that.
Cool.
You can call me Shiny.
Yes, shiny. Okay. You certainly are.
Well, Thren, stick close while we're traveling. If things start taking a turn, take cover. We'll make sure you're safe. If you have any means to defend yourself through your prayers, I recommend doing that in worst case scenario.
Mm-hmm.
You can cast like Death Ward on yourself. Probably smart.
Oh, Death Ward?
Can't
Is
hurt.
that's useful?
I mean, if you go down, you just pop back up.
Okay.
Someone casts like Power Word Kill, then instantly kill you.
Hmm. Oh, that makes sense. So he goes, I'll keep it in mind.
Cool. Then I think we shall be off.
And once we, I guess, leave where the Temple of Vecnus Halls or whatever, I'll start attuning to the artifact.
Okay. Sounds good. So I think seeing this, she goes, I just really think we should wait till when the Deadlands before we unwrap and attune to that thing.
Sure.
Okay, thank you. So in the Deadlands, I don't think they will know that we have it.
Okay.
So now that we're here, yeah, there seems to be strange time dilation there. So I think that will mess any type of issue there.
And worst case, they'll just go to the Temple of Cord and be pissed at them.
Yeah.
If there's a time dilation, is it slowing time down? Is it speeding time up? What if could we remedy that? Could we get rid of the time dilation? And
That I'm not sure, but so I mean, I want to confirm a few things, but from what I could understand, those they're just tend to age a bit quicker. But if you're not there for too long, I don't think it matters. I'm gonna think about it like if you age, 1 week and said you age 10 weeks, that's not that big of a deal, right?
fair,
No.
fair. So if we're there for a week, we're there for 10 weeks. If we're there for a year, we're there for 10.
Yeah, no, that's a problem.
That is a problem. There's got to be something controlling that. There's got to be something affecting that. I mean, the Feywild works similarly, but it's not.
Well, the Feywild works like where it's time is different on the outside. It doesn't make you age faster.
I mean, it dilates time once you leave, unless you have an Archfey controlling that.
But if you're in the Feywild for a week,
You could be there for a week. You could be there for 10 minutes. You could be there for
Yeah, the,
10
the Feywild time dilation is entirely different than what this is.
yeah, it's a week on. It's different time on the outside. This is
Yeah.
you're aging faster, which is.
I was just noting it, like Mara said, just works. It's striking him similar, just for the time dilation aspect.
Yeah.
He knows it functions differently, but it's just he's connecting two dots that don't need to be connected.
Tunomantic influences Naumia. Do you think we might have something?
Well, wasn't starts with an A, the guy we killed,
Azrael.
Wasn't he traveling with a wizard of some sort?
Well,
He's the
Azrael,
mage.
well, yeah, and I'm sure he's got his hands on Dunamancy by now. He used to be part of the Razguard for one. And if him and Amnon used magic to seal the Deadlands, I'm sure Dunamancy probably played a part of that.
But to affect everything such a large scale, do you think they have a beacon?
That is one thing I'm wondering.
I wouldn't be surprised
We'll
if they
find
did.
out if we get closer. This staff will start glowing. So
I'll stand a little bit further away so the staff glows a little less. Nalumia, this might be the worst wrong time to mention it, but I feel like Azrael and Amnon's working relationship didn't end with just sealing the Deadlands, and I don't know if they've officially, on paper, parted ways after that, after sealing the Deadlands, and just went back to their respective sides. I think, and I hope I'm wrong because Amnon seems kind of cool, but I think they're still in cahoots over some things.
why would you think that?
I mean, when you look at them, how convenient, coincidental is it that on each side of this conflict across the Ashkeepers, there's a redskin tiefling archmage who was able to seal the Deadlands.
I mean, Matt, how long has Amnon been part of the dynasty and with the Bright Queen? For history-wise, of Nylumia studying there and everything, and knowing his name and recognizing it, I can give you a history check.
Yeah, give me a history check.
Okay. That's gonna be hold on. Nylumia's gonna throw a guidance on herself. That's gonna be a 34.
Okay, 34. A 34. You know that he rose in power quite sharply due to his work for the barrier. Before that, he was considered unknown. In fact, no one, generally speaking, no one had met him. People were like, who is this person? And the only reason why he was known to be of the dynasty was that they were able to produce like records of him. And he didn't actually have any like formal education or teachers who he could point to. Claiming there was all the teachers on his that he claimed to have had were all ones that had passed away.
Oh man. Mars, I wish you would have told me this a while back.
I've been meaning to, but you're scary. Wizards are terrifying to me, and I didn't really know how to break it to you. I've had the Faceless trying to look into him since I started the Faceless. They haven't really pulled back with anything.
I mean, oh man. This could make sense to what you're saying, because there's a lot to Azrael that never made sense to me when hearing about him from the old Razguard to even finding his former tomb with his and Lucre as a married family. Like, this could explain things. Interesting. Well, we maybe We'll have to keep this to ourselves for now, I think.
Yeah, the only ones who know are all right here and are faceless. And I trust all the faceless. There would be no faceless if I didn't trust any of them.
Did you say this in our heads or out loud?
I said this in the head.
Okay. Now let me just questioning about the sister person.
Yeah, he Mars would have made the conscious decision to say this telepathically. Because I also
All right, well,
she was here.
let's continue on, I guess. We have ways to go if we want to get to Zadash. Is that where we're trying to get to? That's the hub, right?
Since the dash is the center, and if that's the center, and there is structured government here, then I think that's where we're gonna need to go if we want to make friends.
Can't Shiny make us travel faster?
I didn't prepare that spell today.
Oh, you never do.
I didn't know we were going to be traveling far, like, over land. Have we been to Zadash before?
Nope.
I haven't been since before the Deadlands spread.
I'm not super welcome there.
None of us are.
So if we're in the Bristaglad, we're gonna have to. Oh man, we get to go the old mighty 9-way Trost and Wilden up. We get to check out all the towns.
Trust them all fields of dash.
This will actually help your discoveries of what the Deadlands are facing, sister. See 3 different towns.
Of course, I know Trostenwald is within the Deadlands itself. So we should find ourselves there fairly quickly.
Yeah, it's right down there, and let me steps outside and flies up and points down the mountain. That way.
Yeah, going now up and over the mountains.
Yeah, we have to go up and over. Yep.
We just spent 5 minutes flying up to then just shout that way.
Yeah, that way.
I mean, some of you have magic carpets and such, don't you? You have flying things.
Yeah, we do.
Yeah. Oh!
No, how do you fly, sister? How are you going to get through this?
Oh, I can't write on something?
You didn't come prepared?
Well, I mean, I can bring the thing, and then you said, let's go. You didn't even really say, let's go. You just went, oh.
Yeah, we kind of popped over.
Don't you live prepared? Oh, gosh. You're in... No. Now we will then pull out the carpet. All right. Do you have gold on you?
Oh, I think I did bring one of those. Here you go. Takes one gold.
Perfect. Welcome to the ride of your life.
Shiny, you gonna wild shape or you gonna use the broom?
Oh, I was gonna use the room.
I'll go on the carpet then.
Can one of y'all cast Tensor's Loading Disc?
Yeah. Wow.
No, here you go, Mars. You can use the broom. I will. I'll change into a giant eagle.
Do you just want to sit on the disc?
Yeah. Though incidentally, she did grab when she was there. She you're going through. I'm not describing everything she does, but she did begin to anything she could to get etchings or look at any of the books. Here, she definitely was attempting to do so.
Oh yeah, now let me figure she was while we're walking through, she's
just
drawing as much, sketching as much as she can of the sanctum and everything.
Yeah.
Trying to understand
you want
the
us to,
decimal system.
You want us to create a disc for you, Warden?
Yeah, I mean, you can ride my horse and the disc will follow you and people can sit on the disc.
I mean, The disc can't follow that well. It just kind of goes. It doesn't go up and down things really well. Can't move across uneven terrain, and we're going up and down mountains.
I guess I
So,
misunderstood Tensor's floating disk.
yeah,
I haven't read it in a long time.
Yeah, it's just a disc.
it's good for flat land if you're really like, moving
Oh,
across
it
the land.
can only be 30
Perfect.
feet above the ground. Never mind.
That's why I got this carpet. And I think Laren can fly, so
Yeah, Larry can just fly yourself, I think.
Yeah, so I'll just fly myself.
I mean, we can all get on the carpet. It can hold up to 800 pounds.
It's not necessary. It's fine. So everyone has the means of flying then.
If there's room on the carpet, then I'll go on the carpet. If Shiny still wants to do the wild shape, I'll take the broom, or I'll just hang on the back of Shiny.
Shiny
You
will.
realize you could like ride the broom together and like do the whole like hug around the waist and cute. I mean, it's fine.
That was for me.
Yeah, works for me too.
You want shotgun, Mars?
Sure, yeah.
I think shotgun's the front.
Yeah, I'll drive.
Okay.
Okay. So sounds like we've got what's going on here.
20 minutes to figure out how we're flying.
So when I talked about moving the game along, this is part of what. Very cool. So you all successfully get this and begin moving through the air very quickly, and you see she's really excited. She's on the carpet with Shiny.
Nilumia.
She goes, "Wow, this is awesome! Look at oh my gosh, you can see everything. You're just like very enchanted."
Hold on. Now we do barrel rolls.
Woo!
Shiny will. Oh no, Mars is flying. So Shiny will just yell over. Yeah, it's like a whole new world. Come up here.
Beat me by 1 second.
Wow, this is a fantastic point of view.
At this point, Mars is missing his peregrine mask.
Very good. All right, who's leading?
I could lead.
All right, give me a survival check.
I do have proficiency in navigator's tools, if that would come in handy here.
Well, how are you flying?
Well, I'm on the broom. So
it's really hard to use those tools.
True. I thought about that for a second. I was like, navigators. Nope, I gotta sit and do that. Okay, so survival. That is a. Why is my brain not working? 15, but I can use a second wind to add a D10 to that.
It's up to you. This is more of like a sliding scale, so a higher one would be a little better.
Yeah, I'm gonna drop a second wind to add. So I said 15. That makes it 23.
23. Okay. So, in that case, as you you look, and with a 23, you can see there are enormous nests nestled in the peaks, where you're going, like many. And you can see that there are these 50-foot long birds that all seem to be nestled in the various places, almost in a guardian type of way. And you would realize getting close, you're able to see this before you get too close, realizing that this could disturb them and cause them to be protective.
I'll say over the telepathic bond, let's take a wide berth around this patch right here. Don't want to disturb the wildlife.
Right. So flying here, you're probably going to fly like 15 miles to get around. If that's what you'd like to do.
Is that cool with everyone?
Sure.
That's fine.
Cool. Riley wouldn't want to risk the fight, so we'll take the wide berth.
Okay, so the 23 you're able, and a few of these you do recognize these as the birds called rocks. As you see them kind of take notice of you, but since you don't come any closer, they kind of give you a wide berth, so to speak. To move around. When this it gets very much close to the night, as you're able to crest over and just get over the mountains. And as you do, you can see the somewhat violet barrier now glowing over the Deadlands. And next to you, Thran gets very excited. Oh my gosh, I only dreamed of it. Look how beautiful it is, Nylumia.
I know, it's something to see, huh?
It is indeed. And you can see that it encompasses, so give you a sense here. Let's do this. I have to refine. Did I pin the map? I'd have to relook at it, but if we look here, essentially, the Deadlands here is kind of hugs this area of the wood, and then comes like down to actually all the way here. So you're coming in over kind of this direction over the mountains as you came in. So as you're beginning to go down, you're almost above it and are having to like fly down. Didn't penetrate the mountains, the barrier. But it is like a full day of traveling all the time you went through this and avoided the rocks.
I'm very curious to see what Charlestonwald's like now. You've done most of your studies, sister. Have you heard anything about any of the towns in here?
Oh. Yeah. I mean, heard of them being protected by large, enormous skeletons and such things, or heard many, many things. I mean, trying to make it out is always interesting.
Well, hopefully it's not that hard to get in.
Cool.
How did we get in the first time?
We didn't get into the Deadlands. We got into the Verstiglad.
Right. I'm sure we can just fly in, no issues. Nothing bad's gonna happen.
Does it seem like some sort of filtering system, like assuming allowing certain things in or out, or maybe not?
Yeah, give me an Arcana check.
Is this knowledge?
Vile knowledge.
Is it bad?
Yeah.
Okay, that's good. 34.
Very cool. So you look at it and you're able to discern where there are like cracks, especially near the base, but also up top you can find little bits where ultimately with your high check you can channel enough negative energy through a 5th level spell slot to open a passageway to get everybody in.
Well, I can open a pathway, but hold on. And Lauren will do just that if everyone's ready to get through.
Sure.
On our way.
Very good. So yeah, so this is in the revised Exandria what the Deadland area essentially is.
Oh man, they did some work. Good job, Aiden.
Yep. Searching through Discord.
Alright. So then sorry. Passing through, your senses are immediately thrown off as everything in here is bathed in violet light. You can see off in the distance there is a churning of violet energy, almost like a storm. You're roughly equal to it as you come in, as you came in from like high above here, as far as equal height to it. And you see it churn with energy. And you can look below and you see this landscape. Nothing grows. And from the site, you wouldn't be able to make out people or living things, but it's just barren.
So, what is the plan now that we're here? I imagine Thren would get a kick out of seeing Laren's fiance.
Oh, do you have a fiance?
Oh yeah, I have one.
Is he cute? Or she? Or they? I'm sorry. Didn't mean to assume.
He's a character.
Oh, well, that's cool.
Yeah, he's supposed to be around the border somewhere, but I don't think we're planning to go meet up or anything like that. Where are we? I don't mind. But things might turn a bit violent if he's around, I assume.
Yeah. If we bring him into the towns, it might get a little weird. Unless he's willing to like shape change.
I do think we also need to, while we're going to the dash, keep an eye out for that Elanthro guy. If he's still wandering around in here.
Well, he's gonna be so mad at us now that he lost his dragon ride.
Was it his ride? That would be cool. Says both Aiden and Mars. Now, if he's truly as dangerous as Thren told me and Warden back in Vasselheim, then we need to keep an eye out for him.
Don't you think he'd be more in Zadash though?
He could be.
The main hub in Allfield,
He could be.
Crossenwald. We're headed to Crossenwald. Yeah.
Thren, from what recollections were gathered by the people who escaped the Deadlands before they were executed, the recollections of this Death Watcher of Elanthor, did they say that he exclusively patrolled the borders, or was he also often seen passing through the towns, through the cities?
She kind of thinks he wasn't seen often. It seemed to be more on the borders, but that's where he was sighted. I don't know if he would ever go in the cities or not.
Okay.
But that's all the sightings we had had to do with the borders, I believe. She just kind of looks through some of her notes, like another notebook. Yep, that seems to be it.
Here we are, just passing through the border.
Well, I'm sure we're probably going to encounter Mars. I mean, he was close to the Burning Blade, where Azrael was, and then, we kind of...
You're flying high at this point, so...
We are kind of exposed out in the open right now.
Do you think
Do we
should-
want to make the land?
I mean, we're eventually going to have to rest up for the night. We've been traveling an entire day.
What were you going to say, Laren?
Oh, I was going to suggest that we maybe rest for the night and then proceed closer to the dash before we could pretend to be one of the denizens running around.
Like, we could dress up and pretend to be undead?
You can
Like
pretend,
cosplay?
but-
Well,
Yes.
I mean,
if we're also going to rest, I could also prepare that spell that turns us into air.
that would be
Yeah,
helpful.
that's also why I think we should rest up.
well, we'll have to find somewhere to rest. I mean, hold on. Let me see this spell. Well, I guess we could just sleep in the air. Doesn't say it has to be on the ground.
You mentioned in there.
Sleep
Yeah.
in the air.
It doesn't say it has to be on the ground. You just conjure a shimmering door in range.
Ooh. You guys are so cool. You've got such fun magic.
So are we resting now then?
Fine with me.
How high are we up off the ground?
Right now, I have you at 500 feet.
500. Okay.
fine, Mars. If anybody just follows the door, we'll just fall and it'll be okay.
Okay. Yeah. 500-foot high door to a mansion. I'm cool with that. This I see so many things going wrong with this, but I'm also here for the plot. So, door it up.
All right. Lubia pulls out a miniature door, washes on the carpet, starts casting it, and then eventually the door grows into a shimmering door. Let's really hope Lanthor can't fly. And she enters inside.
Okay, so you cast it. So you kind of see it looks like some shapes seem to be flying in the air. That looks like the direction slightly changes, but you seem to feel like you can all get in quickly. Thran just kind of hops right in.
Before I step into the door, can I just scan the ground beneath us for like any sort of threat, like to see if there's like I'm not looking for a specific like a Lanthor. I'm just looking for like anything that could pose a threat to us after we wake up.
I mean, yeah, you can like fly down to the ground because you can't really see from up here.
That's fine. Never mind then.
I would say in the air as you're trying to see, you can see what looks like a almost flock of, at first, it resembles a butterfly until you can see that it's more like a mass of fused corpses with wings of skin, limb of bone, and a head formed of several different skulls. Kind of flies that seem to be headed and almost attracted to, it seems, this magic that you used.
I'm just gonna quickly duck in. There's a big flesh moth.
A flesher fly?
Mothman.
Thread like puts out her head, begins drawing. Oh, cool!
I'm gonna just slowly pull Thren back in.
Whoa!
It looks like it was maybe attracted by this magic. I think staying in here right now is our safest bet. I don't think it could. I'm making my assumptions. I don't think that the flesher fly can dispel anything or any sort of that capability. I don't know. I'm hoping not. That would be terrifying, but I think we're safe for now.
But what if we wake up tomorrow and we open the door and its face is right there?
Then I'm gonna hit it.
I mean, I'm sure it doesn't feed on magic or anything. We'll be okay.
I'm sure we'll be fine.
I guess you can have the lover's room.
I mean, has it been cleaned?
She snaps her fingers. Yep.
Oh,
Good question. Good reminder.
Don't use any different type lights in there.
Yeah, and no matter what it looks like, you can attune to it.
And it's not really a swing.
Oh, it is. Yeah, you can stay in Dolus and Hope's room. Don't mind the pictures of them. The eyes only follow you a little bit.
so cool. Art's always fun.
Isn't it? Thank you. And yes, our friend Hope might look like the double Levistus. It's okay if the art matches a lot from the books you read. It's fine. Don't think too much into that.
She's a quasi angel now. It's fine.
Have a good night. Tyler runs through a room.
All right.
Mars just disappears.
Laren starts to walk upside down on the ceiling.
She gets very excited. Ooh.
I will head up to my room and start unwrapping the amulet. And attune to it.
Okay. Very cool. All right, then in that case, as we get to all this, let's go ahead and take our break. I think we're somewhat close, and we'll come back.
These are the Deadlands, cursed yet wise, where truth walks cloaked in death's disguise. The laws of life are left behind, but there's a soul in every spine. We march through the we are soldiers to breathe, to understand, to learn, to reconcile in the Deadlands. They speak in echoes, calm and low, of memories buried long ago. Not monsters, no, but mournful kin, trapped in the stillness of their skin. They built their towns of twisted grace, with silent hymns and hollow face. Not evil bred, but purpose born, from bloodless dust to endless morn. The raven circles dark and wide, with judgment burning in her glide. She sees their sorrow, hears their plea, and falls the wings of death in peace. These are the Deadlands, veiled in dusk, with rusted crowns and vows of trust. The heroes come with blade and plea, to end or let the damned be free. To light the dark or let it stand, the choice now lies in mortal hand. To right the wrong or take its brand, and walk as one with the Deadlands. Is it disease or is it fate? A mirror held too long by hate. They are what we have left behind. Our sins with form, our guilt with mind. These are the Deadlands, dark, profound, where every silence is a sound. The lost guards seek what can't be planned, to heal, to learn, to understand. Ash drifts slow with ghostly will. The moon's reflection drinks its fill. From rivers black and forests bare, the dead walk slow with living stare. These are the Deadlands, cursed yet wise, where truth walks cloaked in death's disguise. The laws of life are left behind, but there's a soul in every spine. Here we march through rot and bone to mend the seeds that we have sown, to cure, to grieve, to understand, to learn, to reconcile in the Deadlands. They speak in echoes, calm and low, of memories buried long ago. Not monsters, no, but mournful kin, trapped in the stillness of their skin. They built their towns of twisted grace, with silent hymns and hollow face. Not evil bred, but purpose born, from bloodless dust to endless morn. The raven circles dark and wide, with judgment burning in her glide. She sees their sorrow, hears the plea, and folds the wings of death in peace. These are the Deadlands, veiled in dusk, with rusted crowns and vows of trust. The heroes come with blade and blade to end, or let the damned be free. To light the dark or let it stand, the choice now lies in mortal hand. To right the wrong or take its brand, and walk as one with the Deadlands. Is it disease or is it fate? A mirror held too long by hate. They are what we have left behind. Our sins with form, our guilt with mind. These are the Deadlands, dark profound, where every silence is a sound. For our scars seek what can't be planned, to heal, to learn, to understand. In the shadow of a Rasgard's flame, where the soil forgets its name, there lies a land the stars don't see, where breath is still, yet minds run free. Ash drifts slow with ghostly will. The moon's reflection drinks its fill. From rivers black and forests bare, the dead walk slow with living stare. These are the Deadlands, cursed yet wise, where truth walks cloaked in death's disguise. The laws of life are left behind, but there's a soul in every spine. Here we march drifts slow with ghostly will. The moon's reflection drinks its fill. From rivers black and forests bare, the dead walk slow with living stare. These are the Deadlands, cursed yet wise, where truth walks cloaked in death's disguise. The laws of life are left behind, but there's a soul in every spine. Here we march through rot and bone to mend the seeds that we have sown, to cure, to grieve, to understand, to learn, to reconcile in the Deadlands. They speak in echoes, calm and low, of memories buried long ago. Not monsters, no, but mournful kin, trapped in the stillness of their skin. They build their towns of twisted grace, with silent hymns and hollow face. Not evil bred, but purpose born, from bloodless dust to endless morn. The raven circles dark and wide, with judgment burning in her glide. She sees their sorrow, hears their plea, and folds the wings of death in peace. These are the Deadlands, veiled in dusk, with rusted crowns and vows of trust. The heroes come with blade and blade to end, or let the damned be free. To light the dark or let it stand, the choice now lies in mortal hand. To right the wrong or take its brand, and walk as one with the Deadlands. Is it disease or is it fate? A mirror held too long by hate. They are what we have left behind. Our sins with form, our guilt with mind. These are the Deadlands, dark profound, where every silence is a sound. The rot's gone deep, what can't be planned. To heal, to learn, to understand. In the shadow of a Rasgard's flame, where the soil forgets its name, there lies a land the stars don't see, where breath is still, yet minds run free. Ash drifts slow with ghostly will. The moon's reflection drinks its fill. From rivers black and forests bare, the dead walk slow with living stare. These are the Deadlands, cursed yet wise, where truth walks cloaked in death's disguise. The laws of life are left behind, but one with the Deadlands. Is it disease or is it fate? A mirror held too long by hate. They are what we have left behind. Our sins with form, our guilt with mind. These are the Deadlands, dark and foul, wherever silence is a sound. The lost gone deep, what can't be planned. To heal, to learn, to understand. In the shadow of a Rasgard's flame, where the soil forgets its name, there lies a land the stars don't see, where breath is still, yet minds run free. Ash drifts slow with ghostly will, the moon's reflection drinks its fill. From rivers black and forests bare, the dead walk slow with living stare. These are the Deadlands, cursed yet wise, where truth was cloaked in death's disguise. The laws of life are left behind, but there's a soul in every spine. Here we march through blood and bone to mend the seeds that we have sown, to cure, to grieve, to understand, to learn, to reconcile in the Deadlands. They speak in echoes, calm and low, of memories buried long ago. Not monsters, no, but mournful kin, trapped in the stillness of their skin. They build their towns of twisted grace, with silent hymns and hollow face. Not evil bred, but purpose born from
Alrighty.
endless mourn.
Just thanks to Fire for our music.
Always so good.
So, find ourselves. This is Nalumia's mansion. Good. Anything tonight as we all stay here?
I was gonna tune to the amulet.
Yes. Yeah, and I'll get you the exact text of it. I don't have it right this moment.
Okay.
I was general effect, but other.
Did Mars go to their room?
I mean, Mars and Shani share a room, I assume.
It says, did he go to their room? Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, Mars is just in there. He's probably at this point taking off his armor and is kind of just cleaning it up.
Johnny just plops onto the bed. And he just lays in the bed for a while, just watching Mars, and then after about 10 minutes of watching Mars clean his armor, he's like, so that Titan that we killed, that I killed, she was already dead, right? And she's not really dead.
I mean, I kind of missed a little bit, but I think she was already dead and then was reawakened, and I don't think he's like dead yet. I know like Kryn and Amethyst Guard forces are keeping an eye on the rift. Like, I don't think she's like done away with. I think you just kind of
Put her back in her box.
yeah, you just I think just resealed her. I think this is probably my pessimistic mind speaking again, but I think she's probably reforming wherever she is now.
On the one hand, I'm glad I didn't actually kill anybody. But on the other hand, she probably hates me now.
She probably hates all of us.
It just, remember when we had the deck of many more things and I pulled that card and I felt like somebody somewhere hates me? It kind of feels like that right now.
That's a card you pulled?
Yeah.
That's you.
Like, nothing happened. I just pulled the card and I just got this overwhelming sense that somebody really hates me out there.
I guess it could have been her. I guess it could also be like Wendell, or it could just be some random person.
Oh no, I'm sure it's some random person. I just meant like it kind of feels the same in the sense that like that's the sense I'm getting from her that I because I killed her or I put her back in her box.
I guess, but I mean, if it kind of puts you more at ease, it was a group effort. We were all there, so I imagine she hates the rest of us equally. You just got the last lick in.
Yeah, that's somehow not very comforting still, but I know what you mean.
After all this time, I'm still not very good at comforting people.
No, you are.
I somehow beg to differ, but I'll just put that to rest now. Look, this place, I knew was going to give me the heebie-jeebies. I can solidly say they definitely have. I mean, this has just been staring everyone right in the face for years. And now we're here. And we just broke through.
Yeah, can you remind me did the Razguard have a hand in this, or?
I mean, I'm not 100% certain. I know from what Nylumia said and what I've learned and picked up, Azrael was a member of the Razguard. We get split off. And was one of the two who sealed the Deadlands.
But so what happened to all the people that in the towns that lived in the Deadlands?
I guess they're just stuck here. I mean, there are some who escaped. I mean,
But what if they got turned into flesh or flies?
I mean, Thren mentioned there are people who escaped, but her Empire decree, those who escape from the Deadlands are immediately put down and burned. So it's not like we can really ask anyone who's escaped now that we're in here, actually.
But the people who escaped, did they escape alive?
I assume so. I mean that could be a question for Thren in the morning, but she's also going off of just records and they're probably Dwendalian records, so they're probably
Lies.
lies, forged, falsified. It-
You know, if we ever get close enough to King Dwendal himself, I'm going to. I don't know.
you could what?
I don't know.
If I were past me before the armor and the swords, like if we got close enough to Dwendal, I could, maybe put a message in his mind, see actually what he thinks of everything. I don't think this is Dwendal, though. I don't think Dwendal is actually doing all this now that I'm thinking about it.
Oh,
I think he's being led to believe that he's actually doing something, but I think he's just being puppeted.
well, this whole time I've been sort of like focused on him. Like, I even thought about next time we were in Rexentrum putting a geas on somebody, one of the guards, to like assassinate him. Glad I didn't do that then.
Regardless, I think the city would have some sort of way of detecting that. But now, like, the whole Feywatch, I remember talking to someone about the Feywatch, learning more about them. They've gained enough power that if they wanted to, they could say the king himself is Fey touched and has Fey blood, and just do away with him and the royal family. Like, they could just do that. So I think Gwendol's being puppeted by someone. I mean, man is old. Like, he's old. So it would make sense if he's like kind of easily swayed, but I don't know. I theorize is kind of all I do when I'm thinking.
I still want to punch him in the face, but I'll just dream about it for tonight.
Oh, trust me, I do. I'm pretty sure he's the one who kind of signed my death warrant from the trust. If not him, then Schreiber. And I want to do worse to Schreiber.
All right, I'm gonna go to sleep.
Yeah, I'm gonna be a few more minutes and I'll go to sleep too.
Okay.
And Mars is just gonna finish cleaning up his armor, hang it up, and then go to sleep.
All right. Anything else? Raz, give me a con save.
Con save. Okay. 18.
All right.
26.
Just Raz.
Whoops, I thought I heard Roz. Like, Rosgard? Is he saying Rosgard? Okay, never mind.
So yeah, no, just for Warden. As you find yourself, as you're trying to attune here, you feel as though this artifact is trying to take your soul for its own. But you're able to resist.
Shit.
Though you feel slightly weaker than you did before you bound yourself to it. But in tune, the world around. In loot, I put your properties you got, besides the main effect. Including having to pass a con save or instantly die.
Jesus. I don't know if anybody else wants to do anything, but Shiny will do one last thing before we end the night, or before we wake up. But I'll let anybody else go who wants to go.
Sounds like you can go.
So I think after that conversation with Mars, I think Shiny sort of just subconsciously taps into an ability he has but never really realized, called Walker in Dreams, that allows him to cast the dream spell with himself as the messenger without expending a spell slot. And I think he is going, if it's possible, I'm sure, I don't know how this works, but it would probably be Dwendal. Like he would be, from his perspective, he would think he's having a dream about confronting Dwendal, but in reality, he's dreamwalking.
Okay. Dwendal, King Dwendal, he's protected by such things at the moment.
Okay.
Certain protections they have against, again, from like divination and those types of spells.
Yeah, I figured. I wasn't sure if it
But
applied to dreams as well.
It would there. Let me double check on dream. Actually. I think it would. Well, actually, you couldn't do it from here anyway.
No?
Because you're not technically on the same plane.
Oh, right. Okay, that's fair.
But yeah, it looks like you could potentially do it otherwise, but just not from here.
Okay. We'll save that for another night then.
Ooh. Right, in that case, as you wake up here, I think Laren.
Yes.
Actually, I think most probably be Warden. When you get approached by Thren here, who you're talking to, she goes, "Hey, Warden, I was thinking about what everyone was saying about making sure that I was protected.
Yep.
And I was just wondering if you could help me out."
In what way?
Well, I know some magic where if I would get into trouble, it basically lets me put you in the trouble instead. I know it sounds really weird, but...
Are you talking about, or if you take damage, I'll take the damage?
No, like we switch places. I'll be where you're standing, you'd be where I was standing. So something that would hit me would be going towards you, but you are in kind of ding, ding, ding on your armor. I was just wondering if you'd be up for it.
Sure. Yeah. I don't have an issue with that.
Okay. She goes, awesome. I just kind of a little bit of breakfast. She's like, I just need to carve something into your skin.
Can I make an insight check on this lady?
Sure.
17.
17. What are you trying to determine?
If this is gonna actually do what she says, there's no other She's not trying to do something else. Like this isn't gonna.
Sure. Yeah, like is this exactly? Yeah, she's not trying to like put something else on you or some craziness. Yeah, looking, she seems to be accurately describing what she wants to do. Like, doesn't seem like she's trying to deceive in that manner.
Okay, I'll hold out my forearm and say sure.
Okay. So she spends some time and she's like and begins muttering under her breath. She takes out this like black chalk paint, different substance, and she starts to kind of use this pin to sort of like mark your skin a bunch of times, like over about a time of a minute.
I'll ask, how long does this last?
About 8 hours.
Okay.
And then, as long as we work in a day, it's not quite as painful. But it's up to you, and it's just this one. Just for, if you change your mind, don't worry about it.
Sure. Here to help.
And she kind of finishes and finally kind of breathes in, and kind of this, just a little bit of like really just like this almost black shadow kind of comes out for a moment and weaves itself into the mark. So there we go.
Interesting. Okay. You are something else.
Thanks. You're so sweet.
I don't typically hang out around a lot of the Raven Queen's followers. They kind of stick to themselves.
Oh yeah. I mean, so I'm saying like I'm wondering because I'm not quite one. I mean, like I was raised in the temple, and mom became all high priestessy very early, so I kind of had a run of the place a little bit, and they like to put me in the research projects to keep me out of trouble.
So you're not incredibly devout.
Yeah, just kind of people used to having me around. I mean,
Fair enough.
like it's all cool and everything, but I'm not not one of the face hiders over there. They always like to keep their little deals, and I don't. I've never been too down for those bloodbaths. Not my thing.
It's a whole aesthetic. Kind of got to appreciate it, but it is very, very creepy.
Yeah, like I don't know. It's crazy. Never like totally been able to watch one, but I hear and when they come out all dripping and red and ugh,
Do you know where they get the blood?
you really don't want to know. I'm serious.
That's horrifying.
Yeah. I mean, it's more disgusting, but it's fine.
I'll take your word for it. So what are you trying to learn in the Deadlands?
I guess just I get that there's a thing against those who would cheat death. But when people talked about the Deadlands and what they found there, it didn't sound like those who would cheat it, but those who were born from it. And I guess I find that interesting. because one of the whole deals is like rivers and oceans of souls in the astral plane, and I don't know. I guess I find it interesting that maybe what we are could be reused to be something else. As they say, the devout serve forever their deity, get to live in realms beyond this one, all that. What happens to everybody else? And what if they're, I don't know. I wonder how much one could control that and make choices instead of letting things just happen.
That almost sounds to fly in the face of the Raven Queen, but I don't know enough to say either way.
Maybe. But again, everything I've heard of those who are trying to cheat their natural cycle, right? This is more. What if you could create a different cycle? Decide how you're going to be reused. Maybe.
I think it's almost semantically avoiding the meaning of what she is aiming to create, but you would know better than I would.
Yeah.
What
I mean,
does
things like liches and stuff, they always hate those ones. They always kept on saying it's because they're trying to go beyond what their normal span was, like influence over the world beyond what was strung for them by the strands of fate, right? That's what they always talk about. But the more I heard that Deadlands, it was more these people weren't
connected to the strands anymore?
or their old life. Like the reports I got back were they didn't seem to know anything until they woke up in the Deadlands. These undead, these creatures, like they were born to those forms. That seems very different than what she was so against.
What does everyone else at the temple think?
I don't talk that much at all about those types of things. I think I tried once, and she has this really nasty tasting soap.
Fair enough. I don't share everything with the leaders of mine.
All right, cool. And this conversation isn't necessarily private. It's kind of a breakfast table and stuff, so anyone who kind of wanted to be around it wouldn't be, it's kind of whatever. But
I would definitely have like Laren or Nylumia look at the carving in my arm.
Yeah, Laren will identify you, see what spell's on you.
So, you identify as Gahuel's, so Gahuel's scapegoat.
Oh, I see. Okay. So essentially, things might go badly for her than suddenly for you, but it's fine.
As long as it's nothing more.
Mm-hmm. Strange that she would use such magic coming from the Temple of the Raven Queen. All the more interesting.
I don't think she's that devout. I think.
Yeah, if she were devout, either she or I would be dead by this point.
True. think she was just born into it and keeping up appearances.
Mm.
Which I can appreciate.
Should we go check if that flying thing with strange appearance is still out there?
Sure.
So you try to peek out the door.
Mhm.
Very cool. As you do, you can see just for a moment that there are what appear to be 5 of these beings like flittering around.
Oh. There are 5 of those people.
5 flesher flies?
You have named them already?
What do you all? What else you want to call them?
Fine. But yes, I believe we need to take care of them before we do anything else.
Fair.
Well, I could just turn us into air right now.
And outrun them.
How fast did those things fly when we saw them yesterday?
Yeah, I saw them from afar, so I don't think I was able to gauge like how fast.
So yeah, let me see here. So I give you accurate information. I was giving game terms 60 feet.
Well, I'm sure Shiny's magic can outrun them. Right, Shiny?
Yeah, we can go actually pretty fast as clouds, like 300 feet. So is that what we want to do?
Yeah, I think clouds are going to be becoming clouds is going to be our best bet to travel through here.
Okay, everybody gather around.
Hold on, we have to open the door first. Can't open a door per cloud. Naomi runs over and opens the door for us.
Okay, and he will grab a candle off of the fire the table or fireplace, and then he will have everybody hold hands, and then blow the candle out, and as the smoke hits each one of them, we turn into clouds.
Nice. And you go right through. And I do believe you're still susceptible to some damage, right, in that farm?
Yes, we are. We have a fly speed of 300 feet. We are immune to prone, and we are resistant to bludgeoning, piercing, and slashing.
Perfect. Okay. So as you move through there, they instantly react. The skulls that hold them together at their core begin to glow violet. And so this is 5 cons. Well, okay. So these are going to be con saves, 5 in total, but you get disadvantage if you get below half your maximum HP against necrotic damage.
Are these magical effects?
Yes.
Well, my first one was a natural one,
Oh no.
My
and then
second
my
one.
second one's a natural too.
Okay. So for the first one, we'll do the first one for everyone because that way we don't get too
Sorry.
crazy from ourselves.
Yeah.
All right, DC is 16. So you can look at this. So the failure will be 42 necrotic damage. And success is 21. So the second one, if we're ready for that,
10.
20.
the damage is 53 necrotic damage. So that is 26 if you make it.
If you're close enough to me, you still get the +6.
Oh, that would have made it a 16.
Okay, so that changes. This is 26 on a save. This is DC 16. So this is the third.
22.
25.
Fail is 33. So that is 16 for the success. Number 4. Fail is 37.
I got 25 on my save.
That is 18 on a success. And then the last one, the fail is 53. So 26 on a success.
With Warden right next to me, I succeed.
Sorry, how much did you say?
53 on a fail.
On a success?
26.
That's 26 is exactly how many hit points Shiny had. I have no idea what happens.
We can't do anything, right? Because we're technically all clouds. And it takes a minute, right?
Yeah, Windwalk isn't even concentration. We can. There's no way we can like snap out of it.
God!
And it takes a minute.
Yeah. Shiny, you're dead. We can't even resurrect you until. I mean, unless somebody has revive. Oh, wow.
Oh
Wow.
my God!
I mean, we do have Revivify and stuff, right? Hopefully.
That's
Ah,
important.
We need a minute to uncloud.
Yeah. And that Revivify takes a minute, or else you can't do it.
All right. So you all kind of pass through as they do this. Then they scatter because you're very quick. They don't quite sense the life after you go forward and you move. So, in other words, it's quite easy for you to kind of lead them away from Shiny. They don't necessarily flock them, given this. That being said, I mean, I don't know if nobody has anything.
I'd start reverting. I mean,
Okay, so Shiny, we need death saves because we need to know if Shiny actually dies from this.
Fucking hell. I'm going to use my real dice. D&D Beyond just hates me.
being in the cloud, I couldn't even alter your rolls. Oh, that sucks.
We'll have to wait a day. I don't have Raised Dead
Raised
prepared.
Dead? Yeah, that's what I thought.
Okay, I
Well,
rolled
see if we're-
a 13, a 14, and a 19.
Okay, so you are a stable cloud.
we can't. He's still a cloud then. We can't.
Yeah, I'm gonna be a cloud for 8 hours.
Oh,
Until he wakes
we're
up.
stuck.
Wait, I'm gonna be a
Stuck to
cloud.
our mansion. She
I'm
goes,
gonna be
screw
a cloud
this.
for 8
Go back
hours.
to there
and
until
then
Shiny's back.
after that 8 hours, I fall.
Well, you get a short rest, right?
No, wait. It says nothing about we can't heal a cloud. I know it sounds weird, but
He's... Can I touch a
If you can
cloud?
take damage, you can be healed, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Because you're still considered a creature.
So now let me will pump into Shiny. Yeah, 10d8 healing. Here you go.
Right.
55 healing.
Wait, it can't even like. There's no reaction. The cloud looks a bit more fluffy.
You can see a berry thigh and forehead put on her head as she now takes a minute to have to turn back.
So where are we doing this minute?
I don't know. I'm so screwed probably.
Because they gotta.
Ground somewhere.
Can they blow me back into the mansion?
Well, so windwalk. Well, if you're unconscious, you fall.
I don't. It doesn't say anything about.
it doesn't say anything about hover either.
Yeah. So if you don't have,
So you fall.
so you fell.
So that's to be on the ground.
Yeah. Yeah. So I would say like you slowly fall. You wouldn't take damage from it necessarily, because even if the spell ends, you don't take damage. So it was not like fall, but you would get to the ground, right?
I don't. However you want to. Yeah, because like it doesn't say anything about reverting if you go unconscious.
Correct. You don't revert. So, oh no, it does say you can hover actually. In this, hover, immunity to prone.
Yeah, 300 movement
So-
speed
so-
and can hover.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. So I would rule that you'd be able to stay up then, as long as you have a hover speed. So, okay. So then, Naomi, you do it in the mansion. Then you kind of reach out and you grab the shiny cloud back in.
Yep. And then she will take her minute to turn back. Oh god, are the monsters still there, right?
Well, I would say so. So what I would say is, how does everybody want to try to like? What do you want to do to get them out of there?
I mean,
Lead them away.
Yeah, I'll try to like fly around and like distract them so Nyluvia can get her 2 minutes.
Yeah, absolutely. I think let's do this, Warden, and well, you have such speed. It's easy enough. You can do this because once you get going, they cannot catch you, and you're able to kind of mess with them. They're not super intelligent. You can kind of scatter them to do that. But I think that's the visual is that Warden and Mars are fairly far away, keeping them in a different direction than where you were trying to plan to go. Trying to scatter. Separate. What I will do is let's go ahead and do, because this is a game of dice. I would say both of you do, I guess, deception checks.
Sure.
Is what I would have you do, and this is more to like get them to leave and not be pursuing.
23.
22.
Perfect. So after these minutes of them doing this stuff, they're flying. You're able to kind of sneak away and come back, and they're totally in a different direction.
How hurt is everyone?
I'm at 78 of 186.
I have 55 out of 129. But there's not a whole lot you can do about it as a cloud.
Yeah. I think we move out of here and get some distance and try to find somewhere to set down for a minute. If
Okay.
anything.
I
Maybe we walk also. I love this whole going fast, but if this sky is filled with these,
well, we should be able to avoid them for now. They just kind of got the jump on us.
true. Hopefully there's like no flock of them.
Yeah, you can see Thren communicates she is very hurt, but alive.
So let's travel while they're distracted then. And find somewhere to hopefully rest a bit.
Yeah, works for me.
All right. So you so how far the clearest city you're interested in, you could get to Trossenwald and try to land there if you wanted. Because you move incredibly fast. What do you want to do?
I say that's a good idea.
Yeah, I think Trossenwald's a good.
Yeah, Trossenwald I think is our best landing location.
Very good. So fly and try to quickly after that incident. As you get closer here, you see the town. At one point, surrounds what appears to be a dark and black lake. The buildings, some appear to be in good shape, others look like they were at one time. But closer you get, the more you realize that they have been reinforced or repaired even with what seems to be bone. Going over into the fields, there appear to be mixture of this wooden bone contraptions that are hundreds of yards, or to expand hundreds of yards, like each one maybe like 20 yards, and then it breaks another one, covers another 20 yards, and moving about them are these figures that put their hands out, and it seems like this purple glowing liquid is being pulled up from the ground itself and we're distilled into these troughs that span. And you can see them taking decanters and other containers and kind of collecting it. The town itself, you see figures moving about that are transporting more of the substance. Some going out to the lake and pouring some of the substance into it. Others storing it, and you can see even now as you approach, there's like a large carriage pulled by skeletal horses that seems to be taking barrels away from Trossenwald, heading to the road north.
Does everybody look undead?
Closely, you see they walk, but are, various states. Some look like they're bodies that have been patched together.
Lauren, did you prepare that spell today?
Yes.
I
But it
also
doesn't-
have semen
Yes.
prepared.
Oh,
Make us
combined that
all
would
look-
be
Yeah.
yes. We have to find some place quiet to change back.
Maybe we can duck out behind one of those buildings or somewhere.
Sounds good to me.
Cloud and Illumi dives down to hide behind a building. Probably one of the farthest out buildings that we could see that's like on the outskirts. That looks abandoned, maybe even, or at least less people are
Yeah.
going by.
Easy enough here as you find yourselves. I guess I'll do advantage because you are missed, but let's do the stealth check. Try to get down here close to this civilization.
Excellent.
32.
25.
30.
8.
Oh, Mars and Shiny got the exact same thing, 32.
No, I just got 30.
Oh.
Yeah, 13
Your
plus
grandma
17.
did, though. It's all good.
Nice.
Ooh, Thren got a natural 20. As you begin to land safely, making up for Orden just sort of going everywhere. Whee! And you're able to take a minute and find yourself. And as you come into senses here, you really take in the stench of rot. It's all around. So it's like, oh my, that's wild.
This is really a good spot for retirement.
All right. Once we get down, does anybody have a preference of a type of undead you'd like to look like?
Mars will just
Zombie, skeleton.
Mars will just make himself look more skeletal, just kind of retract his skin inwards. That could just look like Rita's an undead. That works perfectly for me.
What about you, sister? I know you seem to like undead.
Ooh, can I be a patched together one?
Sure.
Very well. Go ahead.
Let me cast seeming on everybody.
Okay. To you, Laren, she'll go up to. She's just like, looks at your wounds. How badly are you hurt?
Bloody, very.
Okay. She goes, I can help you a little bit if you'd like.
Why, thank you.
And she kind of runs her hands around you a little bit and places them onto your form as you feel like a flux of energy combined with your form. And it's invigorating. And you'll get 50 HP. You'll watch as it's this strange, like almost this pink glow comes out as she focuses.
You don't heal like the regular clergies of the Raven Queen or any other deities, really.
I said I was clergy.
Your affinity to undeath is interesting, to say the least.
Affinity? I don't know what you're talking about. I was just, just try to take up your wounds.
Shiny's going to use his ability to heal himself. His Balm of the Summer Court ability to heal himself.
Very nice.
Is anybody else
Well,
okay?
Naomi also spent another cure wounds on her hand. So
I am unhurt.
Mars, how you doing?
I'm at 78 of 186, but I'm going to use a second wind to get back 27.
Yeah, now Thren looks hurt.
Laren will heal her back for, let's see. Can do 34
Nice.
back to her.
I've got
Thank you.
90 points of lay hands if someone needs it still.
could I have like 20 of it?
Yep.
Awesome.
I will go over and ready for 20.
Thank you. Naomi now looks like, to everybody, a small halfling mummy. She is wrapped up in total like mummy look.
Warden, I'll take however much you're comfortable with giving. I'm at 105.
Everybody can also get 26. Shiny's going to cast Mass Cure Wounds at 5th level.
I'll give you 30.
30. Thank you.
I'm better now. Ooh.
Shiny looks pissed.
I hate how you can't type in a number for lay hands. You have to go in and click
Oh no.
50 times.
Oh, jeez.
Well, do we want to check out the town while we're down here? See what that water is?
So there's no stupid flesh or flies.
I think if we just, keep low profile, don't draw any attention to ourselves, then I think that I wouldn't mind checking out what this water is.
And our friend Thren definitely seems excited about all this, right?
Oh, yeah. I can get some samples.
Alright, let's make our way over there then. Naomi starts walking like a mummy.
I just walk casually.
Mars, you have to act a little slower.
I limp.
Shiny's also limping, but for completely different reasons. Because he almost died, just to be clear.
I figured.
I'll take the time and cast Find Greater Steed. I guess I would do that before they did Seeming. So it'd be like an undead horse.
Okay.
Because I imagine I didn't roll for it, but probably died from.
Yeah, Laren is trying her best to pretend to be a corporeal undead.
Very cool. Going in, you can see as you walk in, a few people kind of look at you a little weird. And a figure approaches you as you walk down the streets. Intelligence gleams in their eyes. Of this, looks like almost a ghoul, but extremely well dressed. As it smiles, a greeting, barely revealing sharp teeth. Goes, welcome, wanderers. I see you. I do not know you.
We made our way down from the verdant glade. We're looking to make it to the dash. We heard refuge given out there to our kind.
Refuge is all in these lands. The verdant glade, you say?
Yes.
Mars like subtly uses shapeshifters to try to like match similar like this guy's sharp teeth.
Sure. I think it can work. Then just help me out because I just want to make sure. Where's the verdant glade?
Oh, is that where we were fun?
First blood.
I mean,
Oh, the
first
Versa God. Yeah, the Versa God. My bad.
Okay. Cool. That was not close. That was like some first blood. Okay. Perfect. Give me a deception check.
Okay. She's feeling lucky today. That's an 18.
Okay. And she gazes at. Sorry, they gaze at you, and go. We saw the barrier go down. Indeed. And you were able to make here. Is it they touch enough to enter without issue? Did you break through?
The barrier was able to let us by. We were able to sneak by before it shut us out.
There's a cleric that connects to Versklad. I heard the Wanderer go there. Have you seen him?
From afar, not recently though, as we were making our way towards the barrier.
That sounds right. If you see him, trying to talk to him is usually impossible. He keeps his distance. But tell me, we saw a new creature come from there as well, an icy dragon. Did you see such a thing?
It nearly froze us, yes.
Well, in that case, you are not citizens. You are welcome to the ghoulish dominion.
Who's in charge of the ghoulish dominion?
That is a somewhat interesting question, believe it or not. The Dash is in charge. Who might be in power today, no one would truly know. It's one of the benefits of being this far south.
If we were to somehow inquire to become proper citizens of the ghoulish dominion, do we go to the dash, or do we? What is proper protocol?
Uh, well, I will be reporting you, of course. It will be going forward. No worries, my friends. You are, but I will inform you. You are to report to the dash. As all new, though I don't know if you are new, but all those who have not been welcomed yet must make a pilgrimage and be seen.
New entries, of course. That makes sense.
Yes, we haven't had new ones in some time. Not of their own accord, anyway.
You said be seen. Be seen by whom?
The council or whoever is running it. When you arrive, a lot of internal politics up there. I'm afraid. Nasty business. I would be careful if I were you. Heard of people being dismembered and, well, their retainers having to search the ground to dig them up and put them back together.
Myron's head, she hears, "This sounds like the perfect town to make you the queen of. We're so gonna win."
Because they dismember things?
No, because they have chaos up there. There's nobody in power control. It's a vacuum right now. They have a council, but nobody's leading.
I guess that was the promise we made to that certain somebody.
Yeah, your Elsa husband's expecting to be king, so.
Well, since we're new to ghoulish dominion, what is it that that you just found? We noticed the strange waters, the troughs. We've noticed many interesting things.
Indeed. We have many opportunities here. For the most, it is harvesting. I guess I am not sure. You came. I heard of that there was others like us, but everyone suspected you. Tell me, do you remember who you were when you were living?
It comes and goes sometimes. I remember bits and pieces.
They're the meaner shifts. I see. Well, I wanted to worry about what we are doing, my friend. Just make your way to the dash, and everything will be made clear.
Can I insight check that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a natural 20 for a 23.
I got a shit. What's 16?
24?
Yeah.
60 plus 8?
16 plus 8. Yeah, 24.
Yeah, he kind of was treating you definitively like brethren. And you can see, as you mentioned, that idea of you retaining your memories. It was very cold and distant. And that be seen, there's something malicious in that.
Guys, I think we have to be careful about what we say around here. Mars might have just given us away.
Do we gotta kill this guy?
Don't rush into killing. I can't believe I'm saying this, but Thorn did mention that they were reborn to this life. Maybe they consider only those who were also reborn without memories of their previous lives as friends. Do you think he would report on us?
I don't think it would matter. We're going to the dash anyway. But I think if he does report us, it could lead the other guy.
And, is Fran in your psychic group chat?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
At least with my staff, she is.
So there's
I
this
include her.
group
so.
chat, and then there's the group chat without Thren.
Yeah. We have Laren's group chat, and then we have Nailumi's group chat where Bren's included. And right now we're in Nailumi's group chat.
Okay, so we have the public chat. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
So now we're my NPC.
So Red doesn't look like she's just like, what are those? Oh God, what are they doing?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Watch out, another song about a love triangle of Fae is going to start.
Yeah. It kind of stares at you all, just kind of taking you in. And goes, but enjoy the town, my friends. He kind of stands aside. Thren will go, I told you. Goes, I don't know if they. I don't know. Maybe would we be like traitors or?
What do you mean, Ren?
If we remember our lives and they don't, like they can't trust that.
I mean, coming from being a reborn one time and having that struggle with my memories and not, I mean, I think Laren can even attest to this, not being that line of death. I think they look at people like that maybe not as their same kind.
I mean, the people of the Versity Cloud had some semblance of their memories, if I recall.
They were experiments of the Whispered One. They're not necessarily the same thing as people here.
Yeah, maybe whatever happened here wiped out everybody's minds and just gave them a new life, but they're dead. Unless, they can't remember. I mean, Laren, we had to get your souls back for your memory, right?
Yes, part of it, at any rate.
I just think we have to be very careful on going forward in these other towns about exactly what we say. And remember, guys, we can't really probably be eating anything, by the way, or sleeping around people. So we should probably take a lot of cues from Laren.
Shiny's tummy immediately grumbles.
Like that! Silence! Silence that!
Do you still want to check out their harvesting quickly, and then we could move on to the next town or to the dash directly? Or should we leave before they turn even more hostile?
I mean, I think we still have... I don't think they're going to become hostile. I think they're just more aware that we're not exactly from the Deadlands, and we might be from either the Verstiglod or somewhere else.
Beyond.
Yeah, but they probably don't buy that we're from these parts. Would you still like to get a sample?
I mean, yeah, I'm really interested, but I understand the danger, so whatever you all think.
I could do it very sneakily. I could just get one for you. Before we make our way out of Drostenwall.
Let's pretend to head in that direction, then maybe on our way we could pick something up.
Yeah.
Good idea.
I don't think we should stay within city limits, though. I think they're gonna. If what I said tipped them off that we're a bit off, and if they're not as trusting as really anyone is, then I think they're maybe gonna start looking into us. So I don't think we should stay within city limits.
After we acquire the sample, we could also continue to windwalk towards Sadash if we're trying to compete for time with how fast they may or may not report us.
I think that might be best because I'm more worried about them reporting us to that or also a Lanthor somehow hearing of that we entered
Hearing that the Rosguard
or this group from the Versiglod has shown up at
We
here.
can
Yeah,
also cast seeming again to look different.
true, we can.
I could just shape change again. I mean, my clothes are going to be the same, but
Well, let's get a sample of this water for her, or whatever it is now. Doesn't exactly look like water anymore. Necro water? Nectar? Is this nectar?
Nectar. Necroter. I don't know. So you can. Is it? Is it Mars trying to sneak there, or are you all going there?
I'm gonna give Mars a bottle to fill up.
yeah, I could just sneak over there.
You got this, you say.
I do. I'm still very sneaky.
So it's just Mars there,
Yeah.
or not? Whatever. So the Mars going to give me a stealth check.
That's going to be 33.
33. Move up here. You see people kind of are. Again, some of this liquid they're harvesting seems to be processed or put forth to other ways. But here, some people are like dropping it into the water here. And one who is also is like throwing in what looks like fresh meat a little bit. And that's when you see 5 snaking heads come from the water. Each one a humanoid head that is like this draconic neck that goes to a decayed body. Draconic. These humanoid heads kind of open wide and begin eating the meat that's offered. 3 seem to be on this particular body. As you hear this one going, good boy, yes. Good boy.
Is there anywhere for me to like hide behind? Like stacks of crates.
Yeah, you can find some things that are around as you see them. Again, you came up here sneakily, so they don't seem to notice you.
Yeah. Am I able to get like right up towards the water, or do I have to stay like a little bit away?
Yeah, you can get to the water.
That's fun. I'm just gonna take that vial that Nilomia passed me and just like scoop a little bit of the water out and just put the stopper in and just not throw up in my mouth and start trying to make my way back.
Yeah, give me a sleight of hand check, please.
Use that one. That one wasn't working well earlier. Let's do this one. Okay, 26.
Okay. Slowly put your hands in to get in here, and as you move your fingers around, you just touch enough of the water to realize and see, or you really feel your skin tightening as though it's like it almost wants to rot away. As you are able to quickly pull your fingers back and fill the container without touching the water.
I just plug the stopper back on there and just look at my hand for a second, wiggle my fingers, make sure they're okay, and then just slowly start backing out.
Yeah. As you do, you can see there seems to be like croppings of heads like this creature and necks come up through the water in at least 4 other spots almost at once. Seems a few might live here.
I'm just going to communicate this image as descriptively as I can across the hive mind. And give the warning, yeah, try not to throw up in your mouth as if you are scared by all that.
I mean, no, I'm like very intrigued now of this place. Like, I'm with the sister over here. Can you think about all the creations and monsters like here? And just, oh my gosh.
These are weird chimeric things. Like they don't even look stitched together. They just look horrific.
And simply incredible.
They are
Right?
creating like living creatures from the remains of others, unique specimens. Do you think they can reproduce naturally?
I don't know, and they're probably unnamed. You could become rich down here. Think about it, sister, by just making a book and naming these things and telling about them.
Some sort of monster manual. Good night, y'all. When I get back, I hand the vial back to Nylumia. I'll say, I would not touch this barehanded. It just made my skin want to rot away.
Why would you use your hand to go in the water?
Because, like, yeah,
Don't you have, like,
I'm still
telekinesis?
I'm still kind of like functioning on like if I use my telekinesis, that's kind of like magic, and I gotta like, make gestures and stuff, and I didn't want to like give away my position
Oh, gotcha.
because there were big monsters that are horrifying. So there's another bit of science for you, Thren. I almost touched it, and it made my skin almost want to just rot away.
Oh.
So I wouldn't recommend drinking this, or having anyone drink it unless you want to watch violent necrosis. Unless you're into that, I don't know.
So, I mean, I don't want to touch it, but save it. I might be able to get a bit more information.
Yeah, here. Just don't play with it right now. She hands it over.
She takes it very eagerly. Puts it in a little bag.
Louis says in Laren's group chat, if the sister turns into one of those three-headed things, it's not my fault. I didn't bring her with us.
May I suggest that she might sooner turn one of us into those things if we die here?
Or she totally probably will.
I'm only slightly beginning to regret bringing her, but this is also... No, I'm starting to regret it. This is creepy now.
Well, let's continue on to Allfield. That's the next town.
Yeah, all fields are next stop then.
Do we want to like actually walk outside of town a little ways and get away and then turn back to Mist?
That makes sense, right?
I mean, we could just do it here, but I'm sure that would definitely like throw them off.
Yeah, that would kind of... If we do it right here, right now, that'll tip them off that we're here. So I think we go outside of town.
Okay, so you're moving outside of town at this point.
Yeah, we're stepping out of city bounds, and I guess we're cloud walking again.
Okay. So you find yourself lifted up. So you cloud walk. So you're casting this outside of the town for a little bit, basically.
Yeah, we're leaving Trusted Wald proper, getting a safe distance away before we cloud
Okay.
up.
All right. You see as you're leaving that there's been a gathering. As you kind of like, I was kind of looking around a little bit. That a group of what more look like officials and even more soldier like beings, all again almost ghoulish, but well trained and even toned, kind of following you at a distance, about 100 feet, kind of keeping an eye, kind of followed you out of town.
So those guys are probably gonna like follow us and like go through the entire night. You guys know that, right? Like when we rest, they're gonna show up on us because they're undead. No matter how far we go.
This is before if you're cloud walk. You haven't cloud walked, so I was just letting you know. You can do it if you want. They are just...
Okay, then, yeah, that was definitely telling the group this like we're probably gonna get followed if we continue.
Probably. I so badly wanted to use this in the town, but I refrained. But if you want me to use it now, just see what it does.
Huh?
I've got the artifact.
They have shown no active hostility just because they're undead.
I think gang stalking is pretty hostile, but
They did not attack us.
They didn't attack. They're stalking. They're investigating. Who knows what else?
Yeah, maybe we wait to see if they do make a move, Warden, and if that happens, you can use it.
Sure.
Until then, we don't want to become enemies just right when we walk into the border. It's not what we're here for. I mean, I did really amazing talking to that person last time, but if anybody feels like they could do a wonderful job doing better than me, maybe we could find out why they're following us.
Is anyone else here a really good liar?
I am pretty good at lying.
As am I. So I'll be next to you if you want to take point.
Sure. And I guess we'll split off and see if they're willing to talk to us.
So you kind of come to them, yeah.
Mhm.
They have this little posse, and they kind of look. One comes up in like thick iron armor. Say. They kind of open their mouth, and their long tongue kind of lashes out. It's a good 10 inches long. No worries. We are simply making sure you get up north safely.
Do you do this with every new person you meet?
Kind of looks and says, those who have memories, we just need to make sure that you don't allow them to lead you astray.
Will you be following us the entire way? Or just...
Yes. We prefer to keep a distance that you have some type of privacy, and there's no reason to be worried if there's any. There are dangers, untamed creatures, even newly risen ones can forget that we are all of one thought and mind.
And if we get lost somewhere, will you be able to help us?
Yes, it is important that you make your way to Zadash.
Okay. In my head, I'm like, I don't know what to say to this guy. I don't know. I can't think of anything to get him off of us. He just wants to follow us.
Just let him follow us, then.
All right. Fair enough. We'll lead the way.
Yeah, do you know the short? Ask him if he knows the shortcut.
Do you know that route to the dash? Best and safest.
I mean, you're on the road now.
True.
And they kind of go, direct is best, at least from here. Though, it's, as we get to, to the crossroads, there are those who wish to find their own way, that like to set up marauding places. And from coming from this direction, after the crossroads, after 15 miles, we'll want to get off the road. Cross over to the west road. And then head east there. It's a bit off, but it's better than making ourselves vulnerable.
Vulnerable to what?
There are large worms that dwell beneath. And they're, well, they, like the rest of the ghoulish dominion, have become like this. Instead of eating the human meat, they crave our undead flesh. I'm sure they'd eat humans too.
Well, then we'll take your advice and veer off away from there.
Good. We'll tell you when to go. We'll move up. So is your intention to let them follow you then? Is that kind of what's going on?
Laren has a quick idea that she will share to the group. What about we get to where they say the worms are, and Laren can do a quick illusion that maybe the worms ate us all, and we could just be clouding away as they deal with that illusion. How does that sound?
That could totally work because I could totally turn into a purple worm, and we could
That's
go
right.
underneath.
You could eat us all and then burrow
Yeah.
down.
Yes.
Yeah, that is hilarious.
That is
Let's do that, Laird.
a fantastic idea.
I love that so much.
Russ,
It's
Russ,
still don't walk though.
You guys have the best ideas.
But once we get away, Chinese cloud's still activated, right?
It lasts 8 hours.
Yeah, so we just have to buy a little time, Mars. And if it thinks they ate us, then we could get far enough away with my spell to get back into cloud form.
I would say, like, on foot, you are about 2 weeks away from where they're talking about.
Oh.
Yeah, because they're talking about over by Zadash.
Yeah. So
Maybe there's a rogue worm somewhere here.
I said we just like travel for like 2 hours and do that.
I say we just ditch them. We just become clouds now and just go. We just book it. They're not going to be following us like 5 feet away from us. They're going to give us like enough privacy, they said. And we just like find a hill, hide behind it, book it.
The only thing I worry about that is how quickly in this world of magic and spells they can alert Zadash.
yeah, Mars, we're not the only one with spells and magic here.
I'm aware.
So maybe we do Laren's plan, and we just go a couple hours, maybe like. How much time do you have left on that spell, Shiny? Because I know we used some of it to get here.
What time of the day is it? We cast it as soon as we left, when we woke up. I mean,
So right out of the mansion.
mm-hmm.
How long have we spent here, Matt?
So it would have taken you roughly from there an hour to get to Zadash, and then I would say probably you spend another hour, so 2 hours total is kind of what you've spent.
Okay, so we have about 6 hours left on it, so we can walk another 3 hours, get them following us so they think we're following, and then we can pull the worm plan. And then it'll give us a 3-hour jump with the clouds. How's that, Mars?
No, yeah, that works.
Maybe we'll act like we stumbled off into like the wrong direction.
Yeah,
That's a good idea.
I can keep an eye on what I guess would tactically be the best spot to do that.
Perfect. Let's make that. Let's do it.
Okay. So tell me this plan again.
So when we find an appropriate spot, Laren is going to major image and make it look like something is coming up from the ground. And then Lumia will, I don't know, shape change, right?
Yep. Into a purple worm. Eat us all. And then I think Laren's gonna, leave it look like our dead bodies are gone or like there or something. I don't know. And then we're gonna go away underneath the ground for an hour. Then pop up somewhere else and use the mist or the cloud form.
Okay. I like this. Very cool. So you travel hours and they travel behind you, again keeping the distance. After 2, this is major image, Laren?
Yeah.
All right. You kind of make the ground go and you can hear them go, "At arms! Get ready!" "What, I've never seen one this far south, sir. I know. Run quickly. I'll tell the overseer." And someone starts running south. And then you're shape changing, Laren? Or sorry, Naomi.
Lumia, yeah, she's gonna try to get real small, get really close to the ground, put on her crown, and shape change into a giant worm.
All right. With that, they are running forward, weapons drawn.
Luckily, I have a lot of HP, guys, as I eat everybody and they go underneath, but I'm sure I'm gonna get attacked before I leave. So.
Yeah. Indeed. Okay. So everyone lets them get swallowed. It's like, oh my gosh. As they move up, they are going to do this with their claws. And so we're going to process this. Oof. So I got 19, 22, 23, 16, and 13.
The first 3 hit.
Okay. I need 3 Constitution saving throws so they don't paralyze you.
Yep. Okay. 3 con saves. What's the worm's con save? It's better than mine. Constitution save is a plus. Same thing as mine. Okay. That's 21, 26, and 21.
Okay. And then you take 24 slashing, then 17 slashing, then 22 slashing.
Okay. 17. Let me make my Constitution check. Well, 29. We're fine. Oh, do this advantage. Next one would have been a 23 off that. We're fine. And the last one is a 26. We're fine.
Okay. So you're eaten, taken down, and then is Lauren doing another spell?
I think we're just moving away, right? Really quickly.
Yeah, I think my image lasts like what?
A minute-ish, kind of.
Okay.
I don't know if there was like this dead body spell, so I was a little confused. Okay, so
I see. But
We got eaten.
Yeah, you ate this.
Yep,
okay, cool.
good.
I was just trying to make sure I got all the pieces of the plan. So you're gonna have this disturbed ground image. Well, no, that you did make disturbed ground. Cool. So as you go down, you go no. Go. And yeah, with all, I mean, this is big magic. You fool them.
Hell yeah.
As you're able to travel some distance underground and make a new opening, and I think safely mist away if you so desire.
Tight
To
shit.
off-field we go. Because we only
I
have about
think-
3 hours before 8 hours is up.
I think we should beeline it as far and fast as we can towards the western
Yeah.
road to Zadash.
So, as far as we get with 3 hours of time, and then we have to sleep.
Okay. You got it. So let me see here.
I'll give you my last 40 for lay hands.
Give who?
Shiny.
Okay, so you've got 3 hours, you said?
I believe so, yes.
Okay.
That's the rest of the shiny spell.
All right, so that would take you, because this is such a ridiculous spell, 102 miles. Double check here. Okay, cool. So as I look here, so we're down at trust. Yeah, that's basically going to be to, well, a little past.
Oh wait, can we dash in this form as well? Or is that normal movement?
It says we get a fly speed of 300 feet, so we could dash if we wanted to.
Yeah, you can't dash for an hour though. Like that's
Yeah.
True.
You go a little north of Allfield if you want, but you can also investigate Allfield. What's
I
the
wanted
plan?
to check out outfield, but that's up to the group.
I'd also be happy to investigate all field, see like everything that's going on within the Deadlands.
Okay. Something what Threnna wants to. She likes to learn more. So with that, then you traveling quick. Your magic not quite alerting anyone due to all the insanity that you've been able to do. Though I would say you kind of discover that there are tunnels underneath here that seem to run underneath the Deadlands. But you kind of become a little bit aware of it as you really move. But with that, we're going to end for tonight. We'll come back with Arfield and the northern parts next week.